Hey there, Angie Wagler
And Paul Wagler
for Arise Now
and the 2-minute wake-up call. Well, Angie, we are experiencing a very dry summer here in the Kitchener-Waterloo area.
Yeah, we've got some droopy plants back
Yeah.
here in the backyard.
And some brown grass.
Yeah, it's getting that way.
And so every day you spend a bit of time watering some of your plants and your flowers. And
Usually
some-
the potted ones,
Yeah.
and if they get really, I'll water some of the other ones that are
Yeah.
in the garden.
But it's interesting to note that when it's really dry like this, there are things that still grow. And what are they?
Well, I just pulled out some weeds today.
Yes.
Large ones that were kind of hidden back into some of the overgrowth here.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, these things got quite large here without the rain. So yes,
so
the weeds do grow.
Weeds tend to still grow when it's dry.
We could call them wildflowers.
And so that got us thinking about the dry times in our own life. Not every season of our life is a wonderful season. There are some dry times, some
Right.
wilderness type times that we go through, and it's in the midst of those times that there can be weeds, as it were, that can grow in us. And Angie, we're going to start a series for a few weeks on our Sunday mornings, starting this coming Sunday, and we're going to talk about some of the weeds that can grow in the dry times, in the wilderness times of our lives.
Yeah.
And so what might some of them be?
Well, some of them might be something called worry. We want to pull that out by the roots.
Yes, that's right. Another one could be work. Work could become a weed.
Oh, I
if
think
you're-
of work as a good thing,
Well, it can be.
unless you're
and-
overworked.
Yes. Well, anyway, if you're wondering how work could be a weed, well, then you're going to have to tune in to the Sunday mornings to hear about that. Another one could be wealth.
Oh.
Wealth could be a weed that grows. And
I think we all want some wealth, though.
yes. Well, we're not going to give it all away right here. And
These are going to be the weeks that are brought to us by the letter W, I think.
Yes, the letter W. And another one could be worship. The weed of worship.
Ooh.
Now, you would think, well, we want to worship God. Well, yes, but there's worship that goes on in our lives that isn't always directed towards God. Because we're all
Okay.
worshiping something. And so we want to make sure it's directed in the right way. That's the W coming out, the right way.
Yeah.
And so these are some of the weeds that we're going to talk about, and looking at how we handle those weeds and how we nurture a good soil in our hearts so that good things can grow even in the midst of the dry times. There's some good scriptures that help us understand about that, and we're going to share some of those in the coming weeks on Sunday morning. So we invite you to tune in, and if you can't tune in live when we're on 10 o'clock Sunday mornings on Facebook, you can catch the replay. Where can they catch the replay?
You can catch the replay on Facebook, on YouTube, and if you're not subscribed to our Arise Now YouTube channel, please do so. We want to up the numbers
Yes, we
on
do.
that.
Yeah.
And or our website, arisenow.ca.
Right. So Rise Now on Facebook, YouTube, or arisenow.ca.
Yeah.
So stay tuned and check out the next coming programs for Sunday Morning with Paul and Angie, as we talk about dealing with the weeds that come in the dry times and how we can be fruitful even in the midst of the wilderness seasons of life.
And until we meet again,
Stay awake.
and stay alert, and join us Sunday morning at 10.